Well, it is National Wine Week, and we are highlighting some of the local wineries and vineyards in the area that are perfect for all of you wine lovers out there, or wine curious as well. And today we're joined by Kindred Wine. Hello, Craig Davis. It's so nice to have you join us here this morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Melissa. How are you doing?
I'm excellent, thank you. All right, so I want to know, how did you get started in winemaking, especially in Idaho?
That's a really good question. It was actually a trip to Europe. Went to Italy, and I saw how people lived their lives there, and I wanted to bring that back. You know, everybody knows how to enjoy one another there. And so, you know, we try to make the best wine we can here, and we really spare no expense there, but we really wanted to create a place for people to come and connect, and that's what we did.
I love that, and I'm so glad that you were inspired by another experience, because you're speaking to my heart, right? But let's talk about why Idaho. Why do you think this is something that has been prospering the way it has in our state?
You know, we have a really unique growing region here. It's really more synonymous with Northern California. We have the same grow zone as some regions in Northern California. Our grow zone out here on Sunny Slope we have a month longer growing season than even Boise. So we can grow all those European varietals out here. You know, if we can keep the developers at bay, then we're gonna be able to grow quite a bit in the next 5 years. We'll probably be like a $200 million industry in 5 years. So.
Well, and that speaks a lot to Idaho's economy, let alone the quality of life and the experience that many people that live here, have grown up here, really enjoy it, and those who are also coming here have grown to love in other areas. So I just think it's fantastic that we're able to have that opportunity here in our state. Let's talk about the wines, though, that you grow, because anyone who's had a little experience with wine knows that soil has a lot to do it, weather, the sun. What do you enjoy growing here in Idaho?
Well, you know, when I first came out here, all the other winemakers who are all really good friends of mine, they said, whatever you do, don't grow Pinot Noir. And so I planted Pinot Noir, and it's probably one of our best wines. So,
all right, so you're a rebel. You're like, all right, you said I can, so I'm going to show you I can. All right.
Absolutely.
Yes. All right. And when people come out to your winery, what can they look forward to? Because I know you also have live music, you like to have events, and as you mentioned, it's about connecting for you when it comes to people.
Absolutely. Yep. You know, we have people come and they linger for hours, and it really is for us about getting to know the people and enjoying their company. It's really the views too. I mean, I can't take a lot of credit for that, but you know, it's kind of like Tuscany of Idaho. We have the views of the Oahes, the Snake River. We have a creek on the property. It's just a fun place to be.
Yeah, and I also think too that's a huge part of the wine tasting experience, right? I mean, important too, but it's also about that opportunity to feel like you're escaping, a take in the vistas, and that is definitely something that Idaho has a lot of, is beautiful views. What is because you mentioned the Pinot Noir, is that correct? The one that you really enjoy growing. What would be your second favorite?
Well, I would say that and the Sangiovese. That was the wine that I really enjoyed in Italy. I came back here. There's a long story on that, but it's a really good story on how we got our Sangiovese planted here. We won an international silver medal against 1,400 wineries with our summer silhouette there in the picture. You know, and then I think all of our wines are, you know, like I said, we have a great growing region here for European varietals. So. They're all good, but I say Sangiovese and Pinot Noir.
Sangiovese and Pinot Noir. I have to say I've never had a Sangiovese. You got me curious, right? It's just an example that there are so many different types of wines for people to explore and try. And with that being said, because there's so many different types, give some advice when someone comes out to sample a wine. What's the number one thing you always tell them?
You know, I ask them if they prefer whites or reds, but I challenge people that say they like sweet wine to try ours, because ours are more gentle wines. We do everything in French barrels, and we try not to have really too heavy, smoky wines. That's kind of my preference. And yeah, we try to introduce people gently, and there's no, you know, people think of wine as something that's very pretentious, and it's not. It's just something to enjoy with other people. So
I like that. I like that. Taking away the exclusivity, if you will, and making it more about coming together and everyone being included. It's that connection again. I love that. Hence Kindred, right?
Absolutely, you got it.
All right. So where can people go so they can have an opportunity to maybe come out, see your vistas, and have a sip of that Pinot?
Yeah, we're on the wine trail out here. We're probably 2 miles from St. Chappelle and Sawtooth, and then we have Hat Ranch and Physician. They're all right next to us here, so
Marvelous.
you can get on a wine trail, and any map will take you here.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it, Craig. And enjoy a glass later for me. I'm raising that's my invisible glass I'm raising to you right now. All right.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, you take care.